My name is Kirk Franklin.
This is Smokie Norful.
I'm Sean Robinson.
Your boy, G. Garn.
And I want to say to everyone at Radio 1, happy 25th anniversary.
Happy 25th anniversary, Radio 1.
Happy 25th anniversary to Radio 1.
Happy 25th anniversary, Radio 1.
You look fabulous, Cathy.
How you doing?
How you doing? How's everybody?
I think that what was conceived and perceived to be a small kind of just niche market became the dominant cultural force in this country. And I think that Cathy Hughes became the eye of that hurricane because this black woman took what people marginalized in the industry, what advertisers ignored, and just kept going with a persistence and a diligence and a discipline that no one had ever seen before.
Growing up, you know, as a listener, my experience has been that urban radio has never been really run by anybody having anything to do with urban. And I think it's wonderful that Cathy Hughes has developed not just one station. I mean, we start with a seed, and she's grown this incredible oak tree that represents our control over what our people hear.
Herb and I asked for Cathy's business plan. She proudly exclaimed, "My plan is to be successful in business." And we said, okay, and once we stopped laughing, we realized that Cathy was dead serious.
Radio 1 has, for me, chronicled and preserved and promoted and illuminated the music that I love, the music that is my heritage, the music that is my livelihood, the music that is my spirit.
To me, Radio 1 means a whole lot more. And they actually took it to another level. The people in Atlanta that work at Radio 1, and then every Radio 1 station in the United States clung on to my Heal the Hood project, you know, for Katrina victims. And every Radio 1 station got together and they took it like it was their project. Like, you know, they took it out of my hand. I was mad because I'm used to doing everything. And like, you know, the people at Radio 1 say, you sit down, you had the vision, we're gonna take this and show you how you really do it.
And I remember the day we flipped the format, and we were downstairs in the basement in, I don't know whether that was G Street. I don't even remember where it was in DC, but we had these, you know, those cheap champagne flutes, the plastic ones, the ones that, you know, it's two pieces and you put it together. Mm-hmm. And we were drinking cheap champagne in cheap plastic flutes. And it was like, it was $1 million. It was the birth of her first FM radio station. And it was a proud moment. I'll never forget that day. And to be celebrating the 25th anniversary, 70 radio stations in all these markets, an audience of 14 million people. It's something to be proud of. To have been there, to have shared a part of that, is outrageous.
It's the birthplace, it's the starting place, it's the credible place. It's the first stop in developing a career of a voice for a generation. So Radio 1 has been everything. There would be no me without Radio 1. There would be no Russell Simmons, there would be no Pete Diddy. If there wasn't a format that treated our artists and our point of view as if it was significant and important in terms of the American dream and the voice of generations of people saying emotionally what they felt. When Jodeci had their big single, So You're Having My Baby, if it wasn't for Radio 1 playing that in D.C. and Virginia and all their stations across the nation, it wouldn't have had the effect to take that group on tour. It wouldn't have had the effect for that group to sell 2.5 million albums out the base. If there's not a Radio 1 format for black artists will not exist in the American culture the way they're able to exist, like Beyonce. Without Radio 1, there would be no platform for Jay-Z to grow to be Jay-Z.
I just premiered or debuted my new single from a new CD on the Radio 1 network. They were the first to do the world premiere, and to show you the level of influence that Radio 1 has across the country. Anytime you debut with them, you can pretty much guarantee a #1 single.
First, let me say this, I'm gonna get out of here. Black radio, and to you white folks in the house, you listen to NBC, CBS, listen to all that news, but if you wanna find out what really happened, turn on Radio 1. Huh?
100.3. 97.9. R&B. All new B100.
It's important that the media depicts us from our own culture and our own history and our own view and our own vantage point.
The people who are choosing the stories, the people who are programming the networks that we listen to, don't come from our community, don't have our sensibility, don't feel what we feel. And I think what Cathy has done, and ultimately with the help of Alfred, is break through that and bring the sensibilities, the feel, the context, the commitment, and the interests.
Think about what is happening on the Sunday TV shows and news stations. They don't carry the African-American legislators. You don't see us there. You don't know what we're doing. But because of Radio 1, Tom Joyner, and Tavis Smiley, because of Ms. Hughes, we get a chance to communicate with our public.
And then putting on the kinds of music that was important to our society, that was important to our particular culture, but most especially mixing that with talk and insight that gave us a sense of the pulse of the community.
One thing that's amazing to me is that people of color, the music can not only just represent the party, but it also has to represent the praise, because that's who we are at our deepest point. Is we are a people who praise, and so it's imperative that music or any other form of entertainment reflects that. And I congratulate Radio 1 for being so significant and contributing to the praise purpose of us as people. And so I celebrate it, and I'm very grateful that they've given me an opportunity to also be one of those participants who just gets the praise message out.
It hasn't been for her. And what I mean by that is she has done this to be a blessing to other people. They are a huge influence and huge power, I should say, a huge power behind why gospel music has had the type of influence and benefit that it's now being exposed to.
The true honoree tonight, Cathy Hughes. In 1999, when she and son Alfred took Radio 1 public, she became the first African-American woman to be the CEO of a New York Stock Exchange listed company. I mean, she is a pioneer. She is a trailblazer. Much respect to her from us.
Cathy Hughes, a genius, Black American woman she's made history. Matter of fact, tonight is history. 25 years in radio, 71 stations, which is 40% of the urban stations. That's history. You have Oprah, then you have Cathy Hughes.
What I revere about her is that she loves us. She loves Black people, and demonstrates it in a way that is visible and that changes lives and that really matters.
And every time I see her, I tip my hat.
Some others out there that may have 2 or 3 children, single parent, and want to know, how can it be done? Well, when you look at a woman who's running a very large corporation, publicly traded on Wall Street, that's a big challenge. And for her to be able to handle that in one hand and also have a personal life in the other hand, raising her son, it was again, no mystery, it was a reality.
All I can tell you is she's tough, because I remember when they launched TV One, they were trying to make a deal with Time Warner Cable for carriage. And, we're in New York, and we're in Cleveland, we're in a number of cities with urban communities, right? And so Alfred was working hard on this. He was working my cable guys, and, those are always sort of robust negotiations. So Cathy called me one day and said, "Look, you better get involved, because if Alfred doesn't get this, I'm gonna have to fire him."
Top of my list is the blessing of my son growing into manhood and embracing my vision of super servicing the African American community, using the communications industry as our vehicle.
As an African American executive in obviously a large major corporation, it was just a proud moment when Alfred came into Comcast to make the pitch to do TV One. And I was the only other African American in the room, and Alfred begins to tell the story about how he wants to start and launch this network. And we had been in discussions for some time about wanting to partner with an organization. But Alfred was the one person who at one point in the meeting looked at everybody and said, I don't really need your money to do this. It'd be great for Comcast to be my partner, but we intend to do it and don't really need your money. I can tell you, as an African American executive in a room full of white folks, I sat up a little tall and just said, "Go ahead, brother."
And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Alfred Liggins has been the most stand-up man I've met in my life. He's always been a man of his word. Everything he said he would do, he has done.
And the way Alfred can pay his mother back is to continue to be the great humanitarian and the great giver of his time and of his resources to the things that really matter in this community and our world community. So congratulations, and I wish him the very best going forward.
I wish I could think bigger out the box like Alfred, and I guess that's what, places like Warden and stuff. I guess I'm on Cathy's level. Maybe my kids will come in and move me along like Alfred moved his mom along. That's what I'm hoping for, I guess. But yeah, congratulations to Radio 1. 25 years, I'm sure they'll do another 25. They're moving into that TV, and like he said, I think the internet is the next out the box thing.
To continue to be true to the cause, continue to be true to super serving the community, the African American community. And don't worry about crossover. Crossover will come because you're true to what you're doing. And if you're true to what you're doing, you'll make money at it. Look at what Radio 1 has done. From WOL to 71 radio stations to 20 some odd markets, TV One, Reach Media, and the Time Joyner Morning Show. Being true to serving our community, you'll be rewarded.
Can I get a wow? Can I get a amen? 25 years Hey. So, Miss Cathy Hughes, I love you on this chance and this moment. For this I prayed my whole life. I wanna be faithful and true. 10 billion lifetimes, 10 billion lifetimes in your arms, baby. And after all I've been through, I'll let my heart take a chance just to be loved by you. Well, I wanna feel there's a reason for living again. I want us to fly far away. Oh, we can get to it. I know we can work it out, baby. Oh, Cathy, I promise I'll get you that Lamborghini, baby. Baby. I wanna love you, baby. I wanna love you, baby. I really, really, really love you, baby. Love you, baby. Cathy, give me one more chance, baby. You got the mic, come on. Did I get my money? Okay. See what Cathy Hughes to do to him. Just once.
Cathy Hughes, 25th. Radio 1. Community service. History. How you doing, brother?
Happy 25th anniversary. You know, I don't really want to even say happy 25th anniversary because we're going to have about 25, 27 more from David Banner from Mississippi. God bless.
Happy 25th anniversary, Radio 1. We love you. Or as the Duke would say, we love you madly.
Happy 25th anniversary, Radio 1. God bless you, Sister Cathy. I love you. God bless. Happy birthday.
Happy 25th anniversary to Radio 1, to Cathy Hughes, to Alfred Liggins. We thank you for the last 25 years, and we look forward to the next 250 years. And I got a feeling Cathy may be here for that. I ain't too sure about you, Alfred.
Happy 25th anniversary, Radio 1. I just can't wait until the 50th and the 75th, and then of course the 100th. If I'm not here, I still wish you all the best.
Happy 25th anniversary, Radio 1. Working on that diamond. Isn't diamond 50? Or is diamond like 75?
Diamond is gold. It's 20, 25
No,
is
25 silver.
Gold is 50.
And diamond is, no.
I don't know what diamond is, but I know gold is 50. 25 is silver.
Oh, well, I like 100 then. That just sounds good. That's aiming high.